I didn't think it was as
So
bad
I
as I
come
thought it would be.
away deeply unimpressed with Arkansas's D-line. LSU's O-line is going to
Yeah.
Arkansas's D-line looks big, but they're entirely ineffective. Landon Jackson ended up catching on a little
There's
at the end of the
nothing, like,
game.
super impressive. There's nothing, like, super impressive about Arkansas, but there's nothing that's, like, complete crap
I
either.
kind
They're
bro,
just like an average
they
football
that
team.
yes, I would say on the whole that's true. I do feel like the D-line is a little
Mhm.
bad. Is a little bad.
Mhm.
I mean, they just can't get pressure. Like, they don't win in the pass rush,
No,
unless they add
no.
numbers in. Now, granted, BYU's a good O-line, but I think LSU's better even. So, and even the Arkansas offensive line and the offense as a whole had, like, a great start, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, you know what? Actually, they're gonna be able to like, they'll have success against LSU's defense." But then as the game goes on, Arkansas just completely fell apart.
They don't have receivers. I told you, man, like, they hit the portal hard, got a bunch of receivers from smaller conferences, like Group of Fives or smaller divisions, and brought them in, and right now it just seems like the speed and the size of playing some of these, other teams are just not they're not ready for it. Like, their best guy right now, and who they were super excited about when I was with them in spring, is their tight end Luke Haas, who I think had 4 catches for, like, 80 yards last week and a touchdown. Like, he's a little bit of a matchup guy that you can move around. He's an athletic tight end, little undersized, but you can get him on a linebacker. Maybe him versus Perkins could be an interesting situation. But, like, their weakness on offense is their receivers
Yeah.
going against LSU's weakness on defense, which is DBs. And I just don't think they're good enough on offense to create any sort of, like, you turn the film for Arkansas this entire season, and there are rarely times where KJ's throwing the ball and a
Bro,
guy's running open.
BYU had
He's
them
having to
manned
thread the
up. If
needle.
BYU is manning
Yeah,
you
I
up
know.
and you can't
You're in
and you
trouble.
can't win those battles and you're in the SEC, that's a bad sign. It's a bad sign.
Where's
So,
Rocket?
I
Where
don't
has
know, man.
Rocket?
If Rocket plays, I do think they changed a lot as well because I felt like their backs were very slow and kinda
Mm,
undynamic looking last week. Like, not making the thing that I worry about too, Aaron, is KJ didn't look fully comfortable. The O-line started losing pass rush bad at the end of the game. You had a couple forced fumbles come in, getting smoked on the blind side. I mean, last chance pass of the game, you got a chance to win it. And what happens? The left tackle just whiffs and he gets lit up. So, like, I think this is another game where Harold Perkins shines, the interior defensive line.
yep.
So, in the end of the day, I think LSU clearly wins by double digits. This Jayden Daniels offense, this LSU offensive line are just so dialed in right. Oh, how about this, Aaron? We looked it up
Mhm.
today. Arkansas, too, defensively has played single high man about 50% of the time this year. I don't think you want to play single
E
high man against Malik Neighbors and company right now.
No, no,
Like
no, no,
LSU
no,
doesn't
no,
attack
no,
the middle of
no.
the field. So I would have to imagine they come out with a different game plan. Like last year, they ended up dropping 8 a ton. Maybe they do that again.
Yeah, but the problem is, like, right now, and this just goes to just how good LSU is offensively. Like, yeah, you can say all you want, like, hey man, let's drop 8, let's go to cover 2, let's play 2 safeties high. Like, let's not let Jayden, who is red hot right now at 74% completion, pick us apart with Neighbors and Thomas and Lacey and Hilton and Mason
Huh.
Taylor if he's back at tight end. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on. I mean, this is one of the best, if not the best, receiving cores in America. And you have a quarterback that has improved significantly as a passer. So let's just play too high and protect. Well, the problem is now, like, and I'm sure you'll agree with this, like, Logan Diggs looks
He does. He
phenomenal
looks really
running the
good.
football. Caleb Jackson adds some
Yeah.
juice too. It's going to be John Emery's second
Yeah.
game back, and we'll see what he looks like into the rotation. But, like, now all of a sudden, you have an offensive line who, with the adjustment on the right side, is playing really physical, one of the better offense lines in the conference, and you have really good running backs.
Oh, if you're
So, like,
talking
okay,
conference,
fine,
dude,
play cover two.
I think LSU is the best O-line in the conference. Maybe outside of Georgia.
And
Maybe
there's
outside of
not a
Georgia.
weakness. There's not a weakness on this. Week 1 versus FSU, the reason why they didn't have as much success, they didn't have running backs. They now have running backs, and this is a balanced attack where you can't go in the cover 2 because then you're just going to run on you. And if you want to go single high, Jayden has been deadly accurate with the football. Like, I love this
Yeah, I do too.
offense. I think it's the best offense in
Well,
the SEC.
and to be clear, I still maintain, and this is why I was probably going so hard on FSU earlier. I still maintain that was more about just FSU being good because you turn on the tape and those are fucking dudes that the Seminoles have on defense. You turn on
Yeah.
most college tape and it just doesn't look like that. The bodies don't.
No.
So I think LSU wins by double digits. The 18's a little hard for me. I think I'm gonna lay off it.
I don't see Arkansas scoring. I don't see
So you
Arkansas
don't think with some of the
scoring.
weakness that the
How
LSU
is
defense has
how
showed,
does Arkansas
I mean,
score?
they,
How
they
does
they looked
Arkansas
uncomfortable
score?
against Purdue. They were up
How
31-21
do they
halfway
score?
through the third and lost 38-31.
See, I could see like LSU win this game like 35-10.
Shit. I mean, I kind of can too, man. I don't know. And it's in Tiger
I just don't
Stadium.
see them scoring. It's a night
Night
game.
game.
I think LSU fans are starting to see like, okay, like that first game sucked, but like this is a really good football team. 7 o'clock
6
or
o'clock.
6
Yeah,
o'clock
6
local
local.
time. Give me LSU.
I
Big,
I think
big,
LSU
big,
big as
big.
well. I'll let y'all know on Friday whether or not I'm playing the bet. But I feel very comfortable predicting LSU win here. Again, it's kind of like last week against Mississippi State. I would
Yes.
be shocked and appalled if they didn't find a way.